Hi there, it's Lance here from Binarycore, and this week we're looking at the Christmas DLC for Saints Row 4. Saints Row 4 has easily been one of my favourite games to play in the last year. It's fun to play, easy to drop in and out of when you get bored, and the dialogue is hilariously crude. So when I heard out that they were making a Christmas-themed DLC, I thought it was going to be amazing. Now, how the Saints saved Christmas sounded like an exciting premise. Considering how even at the end of the main game, the Saints are still jumping in and out of virtual Stillport with their superpowers and shooting aliens with crazy guns and dildo bats. So the idea of saving old Saint Nick, who has also been trapped by Zinyak in the virtual world, seemed like a really good idea. Now the main point of the story is that with Santa Claus trapped, he's being tortured and terrorized by Zinyak, and it's basically his own personal hell, which is, as you know, in the main game, what each person gets stuck in their virtual hell. So when Shondi turns up from the future and says that eventually the torture will drive him mad and turn him into an evil Santa Claus, who will break free from the simulation, you have to go and save him. And the Saints have to do this through many different means. The main one of these, however, and the main point of the game, is the idea of spreading Christmas cheer. Now, obviously, this isn't a new concept, but it's Saints Row, so they've all obviously put their own little spin on it. Now, some of these spins, Evil Santa is apparently weak to Christmas dubstep, but then I can't imagine anyone who wouldn't be weak to Christmas dubstep. Mrs. Claus is a gun-toting badass, and there is a full-out gunfight with elves who have betrayed Santa. And it's just little things like that that obviously are the Saints Row stamp on the story. And obviously there's a lot of strange mini jokes that Saints Row are known for, such as you have to get through a door which is barred by a big candy cane. And there are two ways around it. One is to find the reindeers and bust through the door, and the other one is to lick it. Now, licking it takes a good 10 minutes of bashing the Y button, at which point, when you finish it, you get an achievement for it, but the door's still locked, so you need to go and find the reindeer anyway. And it's things like that that Saints Row are known for. But the problem with it never seemed to be that funny, not overly funny. And maybe it was because maybe the DLC was like a last ditch kind of effort to throw together something Christmassy for the Saints to do. But the whole DLC just seemed a bit much like that. It was kind of thrown together. It doesn't last very long. It's only maybe 90 minutes it took me to get through it. Although I didn't look around for all of the collectibles, like there's letters to Santa and a Santa text adventure thing that you can find that is quite similar to the collectibles in the main story. But the only part that I really did enjoy was the part where you fly around the city in Santa's sleigh and bomb houses with either presents or fiery coal, depending on whether they've been good or bad, with the aim of spreading Christmas cheer around Stillport while you're being chased by evil Santa elves. But even that, there wasn't really that much of a challenge to it. It wasn't difficult. To be fair, the full game isn't that difficult on the normal difficulty anyway. But it just felt like there was something missing to it. It didn't have that kind of Christmas oomph, I guess, that I was hoping it would have. But maybe that's because maybe I was lacking in Christmas spirit. Maybe I would have appreciated it more if I went into it feeling all Christmassy, maybe played it on Christmas Day. But even with that, I expected something a lot funnier. I expected something a lot more substantial. Now, I know most Saints Row DLCs follow the same, like, 3 extra missions pattern, but I thought that these would be, especially with it being Christmas, they'd be a lot longer, with a lot more to do, and have a lot more interesting stuff to do in them. But yeah, overall, it was okay. It just wasn't great. The ending cutscene, however, was terrible. The idea of the Third Street Saints carol singing, with the boss serving soup to homeless people, it just, the sheer amount of cheese that was in that ending cutscene was awful. And I don't think I'll ever be able to get the image of the boss singing out of my head for a long time. So yeah, thanks for watching. Check out some of our other videos this week, as we're having Binarycore Christmas week. So yeah, leave a comment, visit our website, read some of our other articles, and have a good Christmas.